The girl was taking an exam, but her panicked father pulled her away. As he left, he warned the other children, "It's going to rain. Hurry home." Ignoring the girl's resistance, the father drove the family away. The girl looked back out the window. The originally clear sky was now covered with dark clouds. A heavy rain was about to fall. Her father immediately accelerated the car and told the girl to fasten her brother's seatbelt, but the little boy refused to do so. The father couldn't help but turn around and scold his son. The family almost had a car accident because of this. Although they escaped disaster, they were blocked by a large truck as the heavy rain was about to fall. The man ignored the curses of the passers-by and hurriedly led his family away from the scene. At that moment, the sky was filled with dark clouds and a single raindrop fell from the sky. Fortunately, they had arrived at the bunker in time. If they had been a moment later, they might all have died. After entering, the father explained the truth to his family. It turned out that her father was a scientist. He told his family that a toxic rain was about to fall outside. If they were exposed to it, they would be poisoned and die. Moreover, the rainwater contained highly contagious viruses. Anyone who came into contact with the rain would be infected. Her father was the only hope to save them all. The supplies in the bunker were enough to sustain them for 10 years. After instructing his daughter to take care of her younger brother, the father put on protective gear and returned to the surface. He had more important matters to attend to. The girl opened TikTok and realized the outside world had become a post-apocalyptic wasteland. For now, they could only hide in the bunker and figure out a plan after the disaster had passed. Half an hour later, there was a knock on the bunker door. The girl thought it was her father returning, so she prepared to open the door. However, her mother disagreed, arguing that if it were her father, he could open the door himself. The knocking grew increasingly intense. They sneaked up while their mother wasn't looking and pressed the door opening button. As the door slowly opened, a convulsing man appeared. He reached out and grabbed the boy's clothes, just as the boy was about to be dragged out of the bunker. Their mother arrived in the nick of time. She rushed forward and tackled the man to the ground. The siblings were terrified, but their mother was also soaked by the rain and soon began to convulse. Seeing that their mother had collapsed, they had no choice but to retreat back into the bunker and press the button to close the steel door. At that moment, their mother's screams echoed constantly. The brother and sister sat on the ground, blaming themselves. As the days passed, there was still no news from their father, and the cell phone signal had been cut off. A few days later, the girl accidentally discovered that there were other bunkers like theirs. She tried to contact the other bunkers, hoping to find their father. After trying for a while with no results, the girl thought there must be other equipment. Soon they found a toolbox that contained wireless communication equipment. Overjoyed, they managed to contact the outside world. However, the signal in the bunker was too weak, and they couldn't hear what the other party was saying. Then the sister had a good idea. She asked her brother to hold the antenna close to the door, and finally, both sides successfully made contact. The other party told the girl that the outside world was in chaos. The rain contained a rare toxin that infected humans. In order to control the epidemic, the government had set up several treatment centers. The nearest one was not far from them. The girl wanted to learn more information. Suddenly, the bunker plunged into darkness. It turned out that the power supply had been cut off. Fortunately, there was a backup generator in the bunker. As the lights came back on, the radio signal gradually became unclear. They lost contact with the outside